Yes, situated with had to move the chair so we didn't have room. But hey, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, welcome back to Celebrity AJ Jones. And today, guys, of course, we will continue with my book. Well, our book, me and Miss Leolah Brown's book, My Sister's Keeper. Hold on. Here's the book. Like I said, I've already read it like 2 or 3 times, and I don't really know if I should have to read it right now, but the book's done, and I might read it tonight around like 6 or 7. I'll read the book again, just so you guys can get a refreshment of the book since I haven't read it in a few days. But like I said, if you have not watched the 3 readings I already did on the book, go ahead and watch it. But I am adding something to the book. What I'm going to add is, of course, little Bobby Jr.'s death. That's the only thing I did not mention in My Sister's Keeper. If you guys did not know, little Bobby Jr. died of a fentanyl overdose in November. Hold on, I'm about to look him up real quick. I forget when he passed away. Y'all, Bobby Brown Jr. was born on November 26th, 1992, and he died November 18th, 2020. And let me see why he passed. I don't know what his cause of death was, but I'm about to. Bobby Brown Jr., the son of singer Bobby Brown, dies at 28. This was 3 years ago. It says that no foul was expected. The half brother of Bobby Christina, who died in 2015, who was 28. Officers with the Los Angeles Police Department responded to a call for a medical emergency on Wednesday around 1:50 p.m. Brown 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 Jr. was pronounced dead at the scene. No foul play is suspected. Bobby Brown Jr. was not feeling well a couple days before his death and had experienced flu-like symptoms, according to a statement from Bobby Brown's attorney. Please keep my family in your prayers at this time, Brown said in a statement. Losing my son at this point in our lives has devastated my family. And I'm sure Bobby is devastated, y'all. He's lost 2 children and he lost his first wife. So that's not right. He lost his wife, daughter, and a son. We had 3 dead people here. That is not right. And I do think somebody needs to reopen Whitney's death investigation. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, somebody was already investigating Bobby Christina's death. And we all know that Nick did that to Bobby Christina. He beat her down in her living room in front of Danielle Max Lomez, who I think is also passed away, but I'm not going to elaborate on that. But like I said, I don't have to discuss the book as of now because I've already read it a few times, and I'm pretty sure y'all already get the gist of my book, me and Miss Leola's book. And like I said, if you want to get the first copy, it's $20 for one copy because like I said, guys, I have to make copies. I only have one copy made of this book, one. And well, I think I have another copy somewhere, but as of now, this is the only copy I got. So if you want it, it'll be $20. But that's either if you want me to mail it to you or if you go to school with me. But besides that, y'all, we're gonna get into today's YouTube live stream. And also for my 7,771 YouTube viewers and fans. Like I said, all you have to do is subscribe. to automatically become a channel member. If you don't subscribe, you're not a channel member. I'm sorry. I just have to, especially with my book. I have to focus on the people that are supporting the book and supporting me. So if I see, 'cause I can see who subscribes, and so I know who subscribes. So, you know, all you gotta do is click a button, y'all. And also make sure you click your post notifications so you will always know when I upload. Because, people's telling me that, they don't always get the notifications. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with me. That has to do with YouTube. I just do the work. But, that has to do with YouTube. Like, seriously, they do all that stuff. They add the YouTube views and all that. I don't do none of that. I mean, of course, you know, do the work, but they have to, I have no control over the, YouTube views count or nothing like that. Of course, they don't give us control of that. They can control that easily because, like I said, my book is nothing but the complete and honest truth. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's more stuff I don't know. This is this 8 pages and 8 chapters is basically all I know as of now. Because people in the last live stream that I did, somebody came on here on my YouTube page and told me that they tried to contact Miss Leolah. And like I said, me and Miss Leolah we talk to each other. I mean, she doesn't really message me often, but she has DM'd me on Instagram. She sent me some love and support emojis, like I said. And I'm gonna reach out to Miss Leolah after I finish everything with the book. And after I've, get everything released to you guys today, because I'm going to finish out with the book today. But like I said, if she has stuff she wants me to add to it, I'll add to it. And like I said, the price goes up $5 each sale that I sell of the book. So say I sell this first copy of My Sister's Keeper, that's $20. And if I make a second copy, it'll go up $5. So that'll be $25. I can't make anything. I mean, it's cheap. The book is very cheap. It's not expensive at all because, like I said, I don't want to ask you guys for much money for the book. I'm just doing this for Whitney and Bobby Christina to get justice for them. And the money will go towards them mostly. I mean, everything that I'm doing to support them, like I said. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the book. I might as well go ahead and start. My Sister's Keeper, Me and Queen Lucilla Brown's book. It is very clear to me now that Whitney Houston was definitely murdered. Pat was the only person that voted to kill Barbara Christina, and she voted for her to peacefully pass away. Dr. Jolly Harris said he was going to give Chrissy herbs to bring her back 100%. Chrissy's eyes were wide open. Yes, they were. Pat, I'm not going to go into that, but y'all already read the first page. I'm going to just go ahead and continue with the last 7 chapters. Let's now start with how Houston was discovered at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. She was wet, and Whitney said she was going swimming 2 hours a day. Remember when Whitney passed Brandy that note? And she crashed Clive's television interview on February 9th, 2012. I believe Whitney wanted to know why her daughter was found in the bathtub. And also, she was looking for Ray J when she crashed Brandy and Clive's TV interview. When she gave Brandy that note, she was also looking for Ray J, I believe. Yep. Because, like I said, he gave both of them pills, but that's within the story. To know why her daughter was found in the bathtub, Ray J gave both Whitney and Chrissy pills that made both of them hot. Okay. Bobby Christina was only 93 pounds. Honestly, Pat had no right to be over Whitney's estate. Leolah Brown really deserves that money from Whitney's estate. And true, but I heard that Whitney really didn't trust a lot of people with her finances and her money. So that's why she put Pat up. Well, she didn't put Pat up there. Mama Sissy put Pat up there to do all the work for her. So, that's who did that, Mama Sissy. So no, I don't think Whitney would agree with nothing that Pat's doing. First of all, that movie, the Whitney Houston movie, we all know that was a big lie because when Pat has that scene where she says Whitney goes to her father's bedside and said, "Oh, Pat's going to manage me." Y'all, like I said, Leola stated this multiple times, like I have. That never happened. She had to add that in the movie because me and Leola's always talking about how Whitney would never have Pat as a manager. And like I said, she did not have a manager. Y'all should have known when Sway's Universe interviewed Pat. Y'all should have known that she was not Whitney's manager when she made the comment that um Nicole was Whitney's movie agent. Nicole is not Whitney's movie agent. Nicole is a publicist, like I said. She is not her movie agent. Nicole is a publicist. So that should tell y'all right there that Pat doesn't know everything about Whitney. No, she pushed her way on to Whitney. And I heard how when she first, was coming around to Whitney, Whitney threw her off her tour bus and said, "Why y'all following us? Why is this girl following us while we on tour?" Yes, Whitney threw Pat off her tour bus. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go on with the book. Bobby Christina went into a seizure at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, and that's the reason why she was on a gurney. And it wasn't just because of her mother's death. Like I said, yes, she was upset over her mother's death, but the reason she was on that gurney was because of, like I said, the pill that Ray J gave her and Whitney. He gave Whitney and Chrissy pills. Because when Whitney was in front of Clive and Rainey, her hair was wet. Remember that, y'all? And yes, Chrissy was upset, but that pill Ray J gave her made her have a seizure. Bobby Christina said her and Whitney slept all night and into the morning. And the last time she woke up, Whitney had walked out of the hotel room. Dr. Jolly Harris was going to bring Chrissy back in New Jersey. Pat was the only one that wanted her dead, sadly. Chrissy was responding every time. And when Pat came in the room, apparently Chrissy was screaming. She would. She did not want Pat around her because she relayed to her father that she did not want any Houston near her bed because Chrissy knew what time it was. She did. I mean, I'm not saying she knew her death was coming. No, she did not know. No, no. She was too young to be thinking about anything like that. Honestly. Um, but like I said, this is page page um, 4. I mean, page 5. We had to be nervous to walk into that room that was allegedly Bobby Christine's. Like I said, 434 was not Whitney Houston's room. No, no, that was not her room. Her and Whitney were sharing, I mean, her and Chrissy were sharing a room at one point. The, the room that they're saying was Nikki and Chrissy's, I believe that was Whitney's room. But I can't go out here saying all type of allegations. Like I said, I don't know if all this stuff I'm saying is true. So I can't, elaborate or say that everything I'm saying is true. But most of it is. Most of it is. Yes. She had 10 gashes on her chest. Whitney was bruised up from head to toe. And like I said, look up if you really want to know what happened to Whitney. Look up, was Whitney Houston murdered? And a picture is go to Google Images. A picture's gonna pop up of Whitney in her casket, and the picture of her coming out of that nightclub, the True Hollywood nightclub, and she was, looked distraught and upset. Like I said, Stacey Francis came up to Whitney and squeezed her breast. Yes. And Whitney went off on her and said, "Don't you ever touch my body like that again." That's why Whitney and Stacey Francis was arguing. It had nothing to do with Ray J. No, y'all keep that in mind. Like I said, I can't make allegations, but like I said, this is all true. Y'all can ask Leolah yourself. She's said this before I said any of this stuff. This was on her channel first. And I had to put it in my book. But like I said, if Whitney was still alive at 59 years old, I think she would be doing Waiting to Accept too. Whitney Houston was also pregnant. Her stomach was bloated. Yeah, it was bloated. After Whitney Houston's body is found, Pat and Gary are both seen staging the scene, running back and forth from the room, taking jewelry, clothes. Why were y'all doing that? If you're innocent, if y'all are so innocent, Pat, why were y'all going back and forth that hotel room when the authorities have to come in and, fingerprint? And I'm pretty sure they didn't. I know they probably didn't, but I don't know. Nah, I don't know. But like I said, they were going back and forth taking Whitney's belongings. I don't know why they were doing that. Stacey Francis said her and Whitney was arguing over Ray J, which is false. That girl, Stacey Francis, came up to Whitney and squeezed her breast. Omarosa, girl, I know wherever you are, Omarosa, you're living it up. Omarosa is a true sister because she stated that she was there and she watched Stacey Francis, and she said Stacey Francis is a liar. She told Leolah this, and Omarosa watched the whole thing. Yeah, she did. True sister. But that is my sister's keeper, y'all. I'm done. But like I said, that's the book. And if I have any more new info to add to the book, I will add to it. We walk down the down against race. But you know why? When she walked in there and she managed my husband because she wanted him there, but she could keep him out on the road. And I'll tell you something, I believe that she did, she wanted to keep him out on the road, tired of her. Artie's double deals packed double with trouble to cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger. It's the regular two regular parties. Goodness in the mirror. Use it over. You're hovering, wondering if you could rise into a burger. Guys, I just started the live stream. We started 18 minutes ago. Make sure you guys like it as well. Thank you for the second like. Welcome to Celebrity AJ Jones. Like I said, if you want to be a member, subscribe. Time that she was following around every unbeknownst to her.
Leave her once and go to the next and be like, it should be in the next. Don't even tell him that she's gonna be in the next thing. Surprise. They, but my brother was too young to understand what was going on. But I got a message that Alicia is got him on tour now because she wanted to be the queen with Bobby Brown all on tour. That was a dream of hers. She always had. Mommy is not there in age damage. My brother
I
Frank.
can rest.
If you love him so much, you will let him rest. You will let him rest. And you will take care of him to be a good wife and be by his side. Make sure that he's eating the right. He's not
And give him all that medicine.
or mess his heart. Put him on a good diet. Take him off of that medicine, pharmaceutical mix, and give him some herbs. Let Dr. John take care. And another thing, we're talking about Dr. Strong. Wasn't going to do nothing, Chrissy. Let me tell you something. Dr. Jolly is the best thing out there right now when it comes to herbs. Dr. Sadie, him and Dr. Jolly going to recognize for herbs. Dr. Jolly puts scale on your honor. A lot of the Bible tells us that herbs will be for the healing of the nation. You let a doctor give you man-made medicine and tell you not to take herbs when God says herbs are made for the healing of the nation. I don't get it, people. It's not Bible. We say for the healing. But we won't use God's herbs. And you can't overdose on them. Not Dr. Jolly herbs. No. And Dr. Jolly was showing me. He sat in hospice with my brother Bob, with the dog. Half was amongst them, sitting in there. She shouldn't have been. She had no right to be there by law.
She did
By law. Patty had no right to be. She's not blood. She's not family. No, she is blood, right? But she has no right over one without.
And y'all do, and don't think I'm talking with anger. I don't have no, you know, bad feelings or anything towards Pat Houston. I don't. As a matter of fact, I ain't going to talk about it no more. I'm not. I just wanted to, I had to talk about it because she's a part of this situation. She's a part of that family, and she was around Whitney and both Chrissy when both of their bodies came up. So I could not mention her. But like I said, once I finish this book, I'm not going to talk about. I'm always continue to talk about Miss Leola because we are besties. We are celebrity and YouTuber besties. I always talk about her because we, communicate over Instagram and we DM each other on a regular. But like I said, the book's done. Like I said, if Miss Leola has anything she wants to add to it, I can do that. But she has to message me and let me know because I'm busy. I'm doing so much right now. I'm doing a tour for this book as well. I'm also going to be doing a tour for it. It's called My Sister's Keeper Book Tour. And I had to use the name of the book for the tour because, it just makes sense to do that. But like I said, whenever Miss Leola is ready for a tour to go start promoting our book, I am always going to be, willing and I'll send her a copy myself. It's just I have to, like I said, make copies because I only got one copy made of the book. But y'all will get a copy as soon as possible. Once I get done with school, tomorrow is my last day of the week. Anyway, my regular school year starts August 14th at Robinson Community College, and I'll be there tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 3:30, but y'all will see me tomorrow at 4 p.m., basically around the same time, you know, basically. Y'all just won't see my face for almost 9 hours. But y'all, I have to get my hours at school. I'm really trying my best to get my high school diploma, even though I know it's going to take a while. But my latest my latest test score for the ABE was a 238. And the goal was to get a 239. So I only missed by 1 point. But I'm already basically in the adult high school program because I already passed a couple of tests and everything is going very swell and smoothly right now. So, and I want it to continue to go that way. But if y'all have any questions, any comments, please leave them in the comments section below.
Daughter, in her life, she has no right to make a decision on somebody's life. Okay? But she did. So who gave her that right? Dr. John proved right then and there, even the doctor said, well, because Chrissy was responding. He said, I just need to do a few more things. He should be back to the quantities. Everybody was learning.
So, Lord, now home. It's charging. Well, I need to cover like I got y'all up in here in the dark. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so used to the dark. But, well, no, I actually am used to the light as well. I guess since I have to deal with the light so much at school. I mean, well, no, it doesn't bother me at school. I get used to it at school. It's just y'all know what I mean. I keep my room really nice, y'all. That's true. Really? Mom's turn. Yeah, don't you know God is good? Oh, my sister, you don't know what God has planned for you. Right. I hate to say this, but it's going to be a challenge. Because you have done so much to little shake our hand. You should have not been there to my brother. For him to have to suffer that because somebody gave him power to do things. You're going to have to pay the whole thing. I have to pay. You can't do that. He gave you the right path to do that. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not. I'm so glad I'm not whoever gave you that power. Dr. Jolly, Bobby Christina will be here right hand with us. If Dr. Jolly gave her the army was able to do, he gave them to teach women. It's a time for them. Smile at this. I'm not angry. Because I'm angry, of course, because, people still going around doing things. But I'm at peace. I believe it. I believe, yes, I know. And I know that there's so trust me, people, don't worry. God has, He has a plan. He has a plan. It's already done. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. I want you all. Anybody out there wants to live, and you want to live, take them herbs. Call Dr. Jolly. He has the best herbs. He does. He has the best herbs. Oh, Dr. Jolly.
God's eating God's sheep.com. That is the full prophet, he's the full prophet. Feed God's sheep.
But yeah, he's the food prophet.
That we feed God's sheep.com. John ain't no good. I got his medicine, right? I got everything.
I got everything. Just about.
Yes.
But I do need to get in contact with Dr. Jolly. And I know, brother, you tried your best to save Chrissy. I know.
I got to tell you.
I know. And I know if you would have been able to give her them herbs, she would have been here. Yes.
Okay. Sure. Not perfect. I do things that turn out so that things that you should not do.
But yes, y'all.
You gotta pay for it. It's just what I get doing something wrong. I did something to give it a. Minister Barrymore teaches us to never eat peanuts, right?
Right, peanuts.
Out there. Even eat outplay things. I've been here working the other night. And I'm just sitting at my computer and I'm working. And I'm trying to put up my membership button, my YouTube. And I'm studying everything because I want to do things right. And that's what's taking me so long. I'm offering you all stuff. I want to,
We're now in 40 minutes of my YouTube live stream, everybody.
My son came in. He has always when he's in his bag and stuff. He lays some peanuts all night table. Now I ain't gonna say I never ate, but ever since Mrs. Barrymore has been teaching us not to eat right, don't eat. And I was starving. I was like, well, lunch or something. It was the actual my comfort food, food that I like to do when I like to bad. Change, right? Change. I have no chance. So I'm sitting there, and I got to pick up the peas. See, they have it sitting there. It's Frito-Lay. I mean, Frito-Lay. They've already been there. I didn't play inside it. So, pick up some peas and onions, put them in my mouth and chew. Next thing I know, I'm still working. Then my throat starts itching. I'm like, oh.
Y'all, I'm 105.4 pounds. That's good for my age to be almost 18, but I was at one point 109 pounds. How the heck did I lose 4 pounds that quick? But I'm going to gain it back. Yes.
My son walked in. And then a headache just rushed up to my head. I'm like, oh my God, this eye put down. And I was twitching. My heart was racing. So I'm getting nervous now. Well, I said, oh Allah, no, you might get ready to leave. My son said, Mommy, what's wrong? I said, oh no, my throat's itching, my face is swelling. He said, yeah, your face is swelling out. What's going on? And you're eye, look at your eye. I come into the bathroom, look in the mirror. I said, oh no, I thought my son rushed up to me, baby's wrong. You said, I said, take me to the hospital. Jump, run to the car, they don't have the heart attack. Because
Heart trouble runs in all day.
my face is too rough, my face is small. Even my arm. I mean, the whole time. I thought,
Y'all, I was scared. I've been stressed out a little bit.
right? So I get to the hospital. Long story short, they take my blood and have me sitting down. And I had to wait for the results and all that stuff. So the results came back and they said, I'm empty. This is very good. I said, take my blood. I don't like nobody sticking a needle in my arm. And that thing hurts. I said, don't stick it in this arm. She stuck it in there before. She said, no, I'm not going to do that. And she took my arm up and was going to stick the needle in the same arm. I said, no. Then she tried to put it in my hand. I said, oh, they're going to put that in my hand. I said, yeah, take this. So they took the blood out of her mouth.
James Buchanan should have been prepared to be president. He had served as a congressman, senator, cabinet member.
Then he made it look to
I'm gonna let the live stream stay on. I'm gonna go wash real quick, but I will be back, y'all. I'll be right back. Won't be gone longer than 30 minutes. So yeah, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'll be back.
Because I came in, I said my chest hurts, my chest pains and good automatically kicked you. So they said, we got work for dinner and move you. I said, oh, I'm staying here. It's okay. We cannot let you do it. So I'm thinking something's wrong, something like both. But I struggle with my family. I ain't never had no issues. I had a big twin in my family before, but I ain't know. I don't know. Just find a way. My mother said she did. So anyway, long story short, I get up with nurse company and says,
We want to give you some propane.
doctor, black man. He said, you have to take your blood again because wow, we were so shocked that your blood was so good. Like you don't have anything wrong with you. I said, no, I don't. I mean, so we had to take it again because we couldn't understand that, we get a lot of patients with your age, they were expecting something to be, you know. So when we took your blood again, it was nothing, right there, like, you were perfect all the way down. I said, wow. So he said, so I don't, I mean, we have to let you go home. He wasn't having a heart attack. I said, oh, great. He said, Jobs, everything is fine on me. He said, on the video, your blood pressure's raised, high blood pressure. You use medicine for that, but I said, no. Because the nurse will come in and she keeps trying to put me something a day. I said, no, you're not. I don't want any payments. No, I don't want it. She said, well, the doctor says, you can have it, I know. I'm fine. I don't want it. My son's everything. I said, I don't need it. He said, no. I said, I don't want the medicine. She was trying to give me the medicine. I'm so doctor, I don't want to take it. So then the nurse came in, she another nurse, she said, when it's not a stage, you don't want to take it. She said, but that's the reason why we were just trying to help you. She said, but everything came back so good on me. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's just what I do. For me in a hot, we gotta stop. When you know you're not supposed to eat something, don't eat it. I'm sitting there eating this I'm knowing I ain't good. There's a guy gonna say it takes 10 years away from your life like that. Yes. Or adds 10 years on your life if you keep that stuff. So, I'm not perfect, but I tried it, right? But I could be better. I really think I could be better. Um, I could be a lot better, and I'm going to this year. God's grace, I love you and allow me to improve. I will.
Yeah.
Promise I will. But yeah, so I didn't have no business eating no peanuts. Peanuts are not good because everything is on the earth for us. There's animals here too. God made food for us,
Yeah.
food for the animals. And peanuts are stuff like that animals have that they have just So that's just what I did. I got what I deserved. My face is all swollen. I got scared. I thought I had a heart attack. I'm lucky that it wasn't worse. So I didn't feel it. That's why I didn't come out well. My face was so it was swollen. It's still level. Good old chill. It's the long. If you stand, say nah. It's a pleasure. I never would have thought I would have been in this position. Talking to you was one of the best parts of my whole year. He's like the kindest human on the planet. So I thought I'd go. Love you. Perfect too. No, just repeat that. Police tonight are investigating the death of Euphoria star Angus Cloud. The 25-year-old played Fez, a big-hearted, slow-talking drug dealer on the HBO blockbuster. The actor's mother called 911 around 11:30 a.m. yesterday after finding him unresponsive. Her son probably overdosed and had a full cardiac respiratory arrest, not breathing at all. The cause of death is still unknown. Seen a lot of people die. Years will raise your hands. If you
The Los Angeles coroner's office finally revealing what killed the superstar singer who was found, as you know, underwater in her hotel bathtub on February 11th. ABC's Juju Chang has the latest. Whitney Houston's sudden death 6 weeks ago at the Beverly Hilton Hotel was shocking, but not exactly a mystery. Now the coroner's toxicology report clarifies what many people suspected. Cause of death, drowning and cocaine use. Officially, Houston's death is classified as an accident. She drowned in the bathtub. But according to the coroner's report, cocaine and metabolites were also identified and were contributory to the death, as was heart disease. Also in Houston's system, a host of other drugs doctors say did not contribute, among them marijuana, Xanax, and Benadryl. Houston died the night before the Grammys, just hours before a music industry party she was planning to attend. She had struggled for years with drug and alcohol problems, but told ABC's Diane Sawyer she had overcome her demons. I can't tell you it's all going to be perfect, Diane, and I can't. Because everybody says it's day by day, day by day. Yeah. But now do you say not at all? Or do you say, I'm just going to tell you that. I can tell you that. Very nice self-destructive. I'm not a person who wants to die. A person who has life and wants to live. Tragically, that wouldn't hold true. Juju Chang, ABC News, New York.
Welcome to Meet the Press Now. Chuck Todd reporting from New York as we enter an unprecedented chapter in American history. And yes, the word unprecedented is going to be used all the time, but this is a case where there's no other word to choose. We're going down. Where we're going, there are no roads. Former president is now criminally charged for trying to overturn a presidential election he lost, even as he remains the overwhelming frontrunner to be his party's nominee for the next presidential election. It's the greatest stress test this country has faced, arguably, in over a century. Federal grand jury indicted Donald Trump yesterday afternoon as part of special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into January 6th and interference in the 2020 election. Trump was charged with 4 criminal counts: conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to obstruct an official proceeding, obstruction of an attempt to obstruct an official proceeding, and conspiracy against rights, essentially the rights of those who have. No one knew it then, but Whitney Houston's final performance was Thursday night, an impromptu duet at a Hollywood club. Chris Collins back now with more on that. He spoke with Kelly Price. She, of course, was the friend who sang with Whitney on Thursday. Hey, Chris.
Hey, George, that's right. Kelly Price, of course, was a longtime friend of Whitney's and a very special person to her. She threw a pre-Grammy party on Thursday night, and Whitney was there, and the result was history.
We laughed and we joked and we cracked up and we danced and we sang. And she was never more than 2 feet from me the entire night. I just gave her a hug, and while I was talking, she was home from night.
What's that mean of life as you remember it now?
It's a much bigger moment than I could have even imagined. It was a big moment just because it was Whitney. The world got a last gift, and that they got an opportunity to see her perform one last time.
I've seen what people have said about that night. The fact that there was blood on her legs, or that she was acting in an unusual way when she left. What did you see of her that night?
It was a great event, and she left sweaty, and I've heard the word disheveled. That's about right. When you stand up
for 3 hours and you're dancing, you would leave a club looking that way. She didn't look like she was under the
Right.
influence of anything. She drank champagne and toasted Kelly Price's 3 Grammy nominations Thursday night. That's what Whitney Houston did.
How important in her life was her role as a mother to Bobby Christine?
It was everything. It was everything. She talked about Bobby Chris like she was a piece of heaven that had been entrusted to her. She was the love of her life. And the last time I saw them together was Thursday night dancing.
It's the last performance. The legacy of Whitney Houston is here. How does that make you feel?
If somebody plays the game, I think they'll like it.
Stopping trouble. 3 foreign stars.
Hey, it's your skin. Mineral protection may not look as good as it feels. CeraVe Sheer Tint Mineral Sunscreen blends seamlessly, plus 3 essential
Okay, are you guys ready? Rolling stuff. Okay. After the last video that I did, so I read everybody's messages and the time, really, look what everybody, you all can see I answered everybody. But I wrote some things down because I said to myself, it's very important that I talk to you all and let you know, oh, I'm gonna talk to you guys until the book comes. But I got a little missing that I'm gonna go over and I got so much mail, everybody wants, this, that, and that, and I can't give out everything because, otherwise, it's up into the book. But I'm so ready to be done with this, and I'm ready to get this off of my chest, out of my ear, and I'm just ready. So, I don't mind talking, and we're gonna talk. Let's see. Okay, one of the things that I wanted to talk about first was the fact that, yes, I said Whitney had no drugs in her system. Because the coroner, when they did the autopsy, they said that she had it was a minute amount in her system. And, the coroner gave a number. And I forget what the number was. Don't give me your line, but it's a small amount. When my son looked it up, because my son, both of my sons are white. That's two sons that are very white. But one of my sons told me, he said, Mommy, it's not even enough. Baby. It was like just a drop of something. And it could be, I was thinking in my mind, maybe residue from a long time ago, or it could be something that somebody tried to give you. You understand what I'm saying? Because we all know that Whitney was clean. And it's a possibility that whoever was around her tried to slip her something in her drink or food. And then she realized that, they were trying to give her something. And that could very well be the whole reason why she was looking for folks and trying to find folks. I don't know. But it makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. But the fact of the matter is, he did not have drugs in her. She didn't have enough drugs in her system to harm a baby. Well, let's get that straight. Yes. Coroner noted that there was a small amount. Now, as far as the pharmaceutical medicine that was in her, let me tell you this. You all listen to me, please. Don't even get it twisted because even when Whitney was alive, I know. I used to, let me tell you how much trouble Whitney gave me.
I'm currently out of the office. I'll commit to it. After reconnecting with me, get 1.9% APR for 36 months on most 2023 Cadillac models.
Hardee's Double Deals pack double the hardware beef and melted cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Over her life when I was employed by her. Because I was employed by her. And the only reason I was with her when that night, those pictures that you all see surfing around the media the night before Whitney was found, and you see Kat Houston with her. They never really had that with her. But I had stopped working for Whitney because I had gotten married to my dear friend whom I love so much, Minister Rockman. He's a minister in the Nation of Islam. And I had got married to him, but he was certainly not wanting working. So that's the stop me from working with him. And we'll talk about that later. We're going to be able to do on that because it's really remarkable for that marriage. She really loved my minister. Wow. But what I'm trying to say is when I was employed by her and Whitney would get her medicine from her doctor, I would call. And I could call at any time and say, hey, Whitney needs this and that at the doctor's office. And they would give her put her prescription in at the pharmacy from me just by this call.
So I know what
And so I knew what she was. In most of the medicine Whitney wasn't even taking.
yeah.
Trust me. A lot of medicine, right? Did not even take. It was just piling up on her time. So whatever they said they found in her system, okay, pharmaceutical medicine, it's fine. There was no drugs in her system.
There was nothing in her system that could keep her. That's what I'm trying to say here.
That. Stop saying that. You don't have to say, well, the coroner said she had drugs in the system.
What's that?
Hey, look that up. Go back and look at what that coroner said she had and check the record on it. Because the amount is so small and minute, just like the coroner said. There's nothing to even talk about. It couldn't even have a baby. But still, I'm saying, so that's what I mean. I heard I had no drugs in her system. It was not in there to kill her. Okay, I'm done with that part. But she had no drugs in her system. Okay. You wanted me to answer some questions, so I'm going to. And then, what's your name? The email being actually when I do a video on Dina Jones. Dina Jones. Yeah, Dina Jones. You asked me to do a video on Nick Gordon. What happened to Nick, and do I believe he was murdered? I can answer that right now. No. I know he was murdered. Not just so I know that they put the young boy. Very few people, let me say this to you guys, because I got a book out. And it's about sunlight. It is in the truth. So I was a teenager. I'm going past. I did drugs in my life. I indulged into drugs, and I knew what it was like to do drugs. There's a lot of people who think on that era, they were. And I'm not ashamed of it because I'm free of it. But I never overdosed. I never knew anything was an overdose. Just overdose off drugs. Always believed that. When they put stuff in the media and say somebody's overdosed. Nobody's foolish enough to just overdose themselves. This stuff is unheard of. So, no, Whitney did not overdose, okay? And, I want to say that, but David Jones, no, they did not, did not, I don't believe he overdosed. I think somebody choosing in silence to him. Because like I told you, when Nick was, when he revealed and you said, when we had him on tape, my nephew Gerard, Brown called him, and did, he was going to say, we had him on the phone, he was like, oh, I'm not going down for that. I am not going down for that on this one. I saved her the Rachel. I'm not going down for Chrissy. I'm not going. He was scared because he knew what he had done to Chris. You know, he knew what he had done to Chrissy, and that boy did it. He did it. So, yes, I believe that Cat had in silence. That she probably figured that he would be off. When I did my interviews, I did interviews after interviews with different media people and told them certain things, but they would never ever play it. They would edit that out. Well, I don't like doing interviews. If you're gonna edit what I say, don't interview me. You don't want the truth.
When you sleep on the right mattress, it makes everything clear. Exactly what my password is.
The right mattress matters. We'll find yours.
It's Black Friday now at Mattress Firm. Like Black Friday, but now. Get here soon and save $500 on Tempur-Breeze mattresses, plus get a $300 instant gift. Mattress Firm. To help Jersey Mike's tell everyone all about Shore Points, we hired magician Justin Willman to spread the word.
Cool. You know, adding more chips like Lay's to your order gets you more short points towards a free sub. Everyone loves more Lay's and free subs, am I right?
Please stop.
Oh my God. Download the My Mike's app and magically earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, sip, and chip you purchase.
But we'll get to that. Man, I got so much to say, y'all just don't know. It's just a lot. As far as at where Whitney closed. Yes, somebody made the comment that, well, Pat can't get Whitney's closure much bigger, but yes, she is. Well, it can't be like Whitney's first hopes would be. Whitney also had other clothes that she had in her closet that, yeah, Whitney was small, but you know, when you're an entertainer, you get clothes from all over the world, sponsors. When I was on tour with my brother Bobby's Jackson, from 92 to 94, up and around World Tour, and so the backup to me. And there were times that sponsors would come, whether we were overseas or in the country. Sponsors would come, I don't know, Nike, Reebok, I'm just naming some right off the top, that would come and give you bags of clothes for free. I'm sure Whitney Houston got a whole bunch of people going to a closet with food. So to answer your question, it ain't about whether she's the size of that. Fast and very sold a lot of stuff from Whitney now. Yes. And like I said, when her body was found in the hotel, and my nephew was sitting there trying to console her, it fell on the floor in front of them with Matt and Gary kept stepping over them, he said, instead of them helping him get listen up. She's hysterical. She just found out her mother was gone. And she's like fainting into Gerard's arm. She's falling on the floor. That area right there won't even help pick her up. They're so busy staging the scene at the hotel, running back and forth, taking stuff out of the room and putting other stuff in. See, they staged that room so that when the foreigners got there, they wanted that room to look a certain way. Understand? Yes, they did it. It wasn't nothing new because we knew we had plenty of things stolen from her. And she told us out of her own mouth. It was what in here, oh, she got to steal it. Um, and you all remember when Pat's daughter Raya had on Whitney's wedding ring that my brother, boy, let me tell you something, I better not catch nobody with it. If Bobby, if you are listening to this video, get your ring, brother. Get your ring, Bobby. You paid a lot of money for that ring. There's no way that Pat and them should have that ring. That's Whitney's wedding ring. Reagan had it. She was on line somewhere. I don't know, Facebook or TikTok or Instagram, somewhere like that. They say showing off the ring. Whitney's wedding ring.
See, Pat
And Gary
took that.
from Whitney. That was probably one of the things that Shirley Gary took out of that room. I'm just saying, you guys, Whitney was not on drugs. Please believe me.
She was not on drugs.
She was not on drugs. When the authorities got there and they took her autopsy and all that, that's why go look at the autopsy. It says very little drug was in her system.
But yet,
they
found
something in the room. And I believe Pat and them put that there so that it could look like because see, yeah, that makes sense. Because if you go plant something or put something in somebody's drink or food, you're expecting when the autopsy's taken, they're going to find something in your system. At least plant your drink or whatever. And then you put stuff in the room to make it look like that.
This is good, y'all.
They can say, right?
You
know, it was some drugs in the room, a little bit. But I think if I remember, they said a beer or something like that. But I'm just saying, they staged that room, guys. They staged, yes, they did. You know that you cannot do that. You cannot do that. All these things that they've done and got away with.
And then she sits on Oprah.
It says she answered Whitney's tone all that day. And Whitney was doing something
for her candidate.
That's when I knew he was lying. When you said that Whitney was doing something for your Mary, whatever candle thing that you had, I forget the name of your candle company. So all of a sudden you got candle company there. And Whitney was going to an infomercial. Are you?
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something, world.
Please believe me.
It's God.
Don't believe that.
Whitney would never. No, she would not. She would not. That was a story.
That was a story.
Whitney, everybody knows this. Whitney's family knows this.
Another
And
thing.
another thing, somebody asked me about Kim Burrell.
It's time.
And now I'm not gonna say Kim Burrell was not a friend of Whitney's, but she was new to Whitney. She was. I mean, I don't think Whitney knew her too long, maybe no longer than 2008 or 9. She was very new to Whitney. So when Kim Burrell stated that Pat was Whitney's manager, no, Whitney probably never relayed to Kim about Pat's position. Y'all don't believe that. I don't think Pat's her manager. I mean, now, if there was paperwork that stated that Whitney said Pat was her manager, now I could kind of believe a little bit of the story, but I don't think that Pat's her manager because Whitney did not have a manager. She did not allow anybody to manage her other than her father, and she really didn't have a manager. She had a publicist, but that was about it. She really didn't have a manager.
Yeah.
Once upon a Target, they asked me, was she really Whitney's friend? I'll be honest with you, I don't want to say nothing bad about nobody. Because I don't like doing that. But at the same time, it was such a friend to Whitney. You don't even know that what I'm saying is real about this. So why aren't you saying something? Why? Let me get away with this. Why, sister? Is it that you just don't wanna get involved? Is that's the case? Okay, but at the end of the day, Whitney is gone. Whitney's gone, sister.
And they did
They
something
did
to
something to her. Yes, you did. So, I mean, and you see that in the media lying about their manager, you know that was never a manager. Everybody in my family knows that. My brother Bobby knows that. My brother Tommy, Mama Sissy, Whitney's family, everybody knows that. So why aren't Whitney's friends stepping up to say something? You guys, I'm not holding it against you though. I'm not. I'm not. I'm just, somebody asked me that question. And so I just, that's how I'm going to answer it. I mean, my thing is, the truth is the truth. At the end of the day. But no. No. No.
when you fight for
Fight
Whitney.
over people. You really do. That is so ungenerous. What's he doing? How did that get all the Whitney's belongings? It'll take you all something. Cat and give all with body. Now that I look back on Whitney and Bobby's life and living average, he got married to my brother and moved from New Jersey to Atlanta. Really well, he come here. Here comes having Harry following them. Yeah.
So in my eyes, they had their
Well,
eyes.
they had their eyes on Whitney
Uh-huh.
all this time. They knew what they were gonna do. That's how I see it. They followed her. And I can remember when I got custody of Bobby Christina. And I had to take her to school.
Oh, that's another thing. Pat, why would you say? I mean, y'all remember on that tape? Why would Pat say that Bobby never took his daughter to school? That is a lie. Bobby Christina went to school. I don't know how many years she went to school, but I know for a fact she went to school. So all that she didn't go to school, I don't believe that. Now that's one thing I really don't believe because I know she was homeschooled at one point, but for the most part, no, Chrissy was going to school. So don't believe that, y'all. Don't believe. I go to school on a daily, so don't believe what Pat's putting in the media that Chrissy did not go to school. That is a lie. Chrissy went to school. So don't believe that. Please. Y'all don't believe that. And I don't believe that. Don't think I'm speaking with anger, like I said before. No, I'm not speaking with anger when it comes to Pat. No, I'm not talking bad about Pat. No, because at the end of the day, Whitney's gone. She's passed away and has been for 11 years. So there's really nothing we can do now but, respect her legacy and continue to fight for justice for her. That's basically all we can do now. But since I finally have got the book out, that will help. That will help.
Cat, you guys go look up the Grinch that stole Chrissy. Jonathan Houston put that out on I think you can just Google it, but it's on Facebook, it's on everywhere, it's everywhere. Cat is caught talking about Whitney and Bobby Christina really bad after Whitney died.
Yeah, she says something
Something like
we don't want to be like
her.
they check it out.
They checked out. I mean, just her whole attitude.
Now that's the only thing I didn't really like. I mean, did you love Whitney so much? Why would you talk bad about her like that? Especially she's not here to defend herself. So that's the only reason why I was so upset. You know, that's the only reason why I was so upset at Pat is because why did she, talk bad about her boss? You might as well say, because Whitney was a boss. She was a major boss. She took care of a lot of people. Look at the house you all live in. Look at the house you all live in, Pat. Y'all live better than Whitney all your life. Well, I'm not saying that. No, Whitney lived very well. She lived glamorous. She lived in a mansion as well. Yes, but yes, Whitney lived very well. She lived like a millionaire, you might as well say. She was rich, and they saying she had negative $20 million. That is not true. Don't believe that either. Whitney had money, so don't believe that she didn't have. She died broke. She did not die broke. She had money. So please don't believe that, you all. That's another lie they said that she was broke. No, she was in a little bit of debt. I'm not gonna lie. But that's why she did that movie, Sparkly. It's because she was trying to come out of debt. She was doing her best to get out of debt. Yes, she was.
But
She was.
oh, in that taping, she says that Bobby, my brother, never took Chrissy to school. You lie about that. You ain't never took Bobby Christina to school. So why would you lie like that? Whoever you was talking to, you was lying. I was the only one that had authority when Bobby and Whitney didn't do it. Bobby took his daughter to school. First of all, Bobby Christina was homeschooled. Yes. Yes. Let me tell you how Bobby Christina got to public school. Let me talk to you all, tell you the real deal. Because Pat Houston's not being straight up, talking about my brother never took his daughter to school. How dare you? Bobby Christina was homeschooled, and I had full custody of her. Okay, like I told you all, it was a fourth order, full custody of Bobby Christina. And one day, and her teacher would come in and homeschool her. But I got upset one day because um I saw Barbie Christina playing with two well, she was playing with doll babies. And the doll babies, two were white, I believe, and one was black. And she was saying, with playing with the doll, saying, "We don't want to play with you," to the black doll. And I was like, "Pretty." So I decided when our teacher came back, I asked her, I said, I was very concerned because I'm in a nation this month. And so I told Whitney, I talked to Whitney and said, I don't like that. I said, I want my niece to learn about her, her own people and herself. Because I told her, don't do that. Why didn't you mention the black dog? Because it's neutrality. You understand what I'm saying? So Whitney allowed me to talk to her teacher, and I asked her teacher some Black history, and so one thing led to another or whatever, but we ended up putting Bobby Christina into public school. And then I took her to school every morning. I would take her to school and take her out. Yes. At Houston, I don't remember a day. First of all, you didn't even come to Whitney's house then. She didn't even want you in the house. Anytime you called, she gave you. Come on, I don't want to talk about that stuff. But you need to stop this lying. Stop it. No. Bobby and Whitney, I in spite of, and I don't care what they did, they took care of their child. Bobby Christina was well taken care of her. So, and you didn't do anything for Chrissy, so stop it. My God. But what she's trying to do is she's trying to make everybody think that she is something special. And she really wasn't. And I'm not proud to report that. Or reveal that and say that. I'm not proud to say that, but it's the truth. And she's out here lying. I had to take Bobby Christina to school. I had to take her to her doctor's appointment because the court said that Bobby couldn't. I was the only one that could. And Pat was, she could not do anything for Bobby Christina. No, she couldn't even come in. She never took her to school. She was homeschooled up until And then when she did go to school, she went to school across the street. Right directly across the street from the subdivision. So can't stop it with all the lies. Thinking about some flowers. Can't be good. Can't be good. Keep dancing.
Condition can be so much easier to manage.
Seeing my numbers every day means I can really thrive. My readings were high, coaches were calling me, they monitored it.
It just feels like having somebody in your corner. It was really helpful to me to know that I wasn't alone.
I've never had more control over my health.
Join now at livongo.com.
Pat is over the estate because Mama Sissy placed her there. And in my opinion, Mama Sissy has two sons, Michael and Gary. But you know, in everybody's family, we have people have drug trouble. And I believe that is why it's the people that want my school is over anything other we do. There's I don't know. I'm not certain, but I do know this. Mama Sissy plays with me and thought she could trust me. But I don't believe she trusts her that everything was going. Gary and Michael, if you are listening to me right now, please watch yourself. Watch yourself, Gary, Michael, and Farley, because y'all not packing nation. They never clean. What different things they do. They do. I'm gonna do a video on. Somebody asked me to do one on the Tyler Henry. The interview with the media Hollywood media that did that interview with my brother. Bobby, I sat there listening to that. Didn't you know that everybody knows my mother was a teacher? Everybody knows that my, especially those in the industry, they said, yes, but my father was a construction worker. You know, my father spoke, my father talked about it all. Bobby, daddy traveled with moms. So daddy had the chance to tell people, you know, she was a construction worker all his life. Everybody knew that about Clark Warren. Clark should have got the message when Tyler, I watch people. I don't nobody get by me. I'm very observant with people. I see you when you don't see me looking at you. And when he was walking up the bottom's door, he was talking. He was saying, oh, I didn't even know. When he got in the boat, when as he was going to Bobby's house, I said, I didn't even know Bobby Brown. I didn't even know who he was. Oh, really? People really, you know, they say, it really Bobby Brown. Or he married with you, she heard about it. That was, I don't think that was a proper reading. And I don't believe in sitting in front of anybody like that. And I mean, you know, it is real. Some people can do that, but God has not given the permission to do that. That particular reason right there is really true. And Bobby needs to know that, you know, everybody knew Daddy was a construction worker, Bobby. Everybody knew Mommy was a teacher. Yeah, knew that Karen was a teacher. Those are the only two things they know. She really basically That daddy said he loved you. Of course he loved you. They knew Bob. They knew Pop. Pop was on the road with you, so they knew how he was and how he acted with you. They could put two and two together. Father wanted you to know that he loved you. Every parent says that about their child. I didn't. Everything Tyler
Henry said was fake
Tyler
and
Henry
bone
said
to me
was fake and bone to me.
personally. I hate to say that. I mean, he is an amazing psychic and continue. I'm not saying stop what you're doing. No, boo, do you. You are amazing. You know how to read people's minds and be a psychic. Then you can do that. I mean, you can do it. I mean, honestly. So I mean, I'm not going to come to him like that. I won't. No, no, I won't.
Um, what else was I going to talk about? Got some more stuff, guys. Yeah, talk about the drug and witness system. Oh, ain't no drug dealer killed it. Oh, no. And all that stuff about, I don't know nothing about somebody coming up the back stairs and something like that.
I never heard of that.
Think about that, right? That was going around.
Just in a joke.
Ooh, watch out, Mrs. Shaw. I doubt it very much that she's drug dealers that should with that hotel room. No.
Um,
You need something. Look, it was clean. Here, let me tell you all this. There is a brother in the nation of this. His name is Brother Curtis 100. And my mother loved him like he was her son. My mommy loved her. And he was a very good friend of family. I brought him. But Bobby hired him. He was a curate. And he was the best curate that Bobby Whitney had. Come on, Nation of Whistle. You know, he did a daggone good job. Well, somebody plotted to have him move. They were messing with his paychecks and everything, just trying to do things. And wanted him out of the way, I guess, so that Hack's brother can come in. Because now that Whitney's gone, I'm sitting here looking at all of it. And it seems like to me, at that hotel that day, Ray, the security,
he's the one that told
the
me
one that told me
Whitney's wrong.
like I told
He
told me, where was you at? And then Pat's, I think it's her niece, Mary. I think Mary's Pat's niece. All these people that are related to Pat are working around Whitney at this time. Somebody called Whitney's niece in New Jersey. Oh, Whitney was at the hotel for 2 weeks prior to being found. Not after the body was found. Prior to being found. Somebody called her niece and said, something fishy is going on at the hotel. You're doing something to her. You need to call her and get her out of that. So I don't
know what they saw. I don't. What's wrong?
I'm currently out of the office. I'll connect with you then. After we
We're seeing Whitney's. I got a bombshell for you all. Yes, anyway. There's something to tell you all. I'm telling you, I'm coming. I'm coming. And I just started my YouTube, so give me time because I'm working. I'm doing so much. Working on my own show and got a lot going on. So bear with me, but I'm gonna be loading up videos every day. And I'm gonna get to the point where I'm going to 2, 3, 4, 5 of a day. Okay?
While I'm at home anyway, because like I said, I'm not going to be home during the morning or afternoons. I don't be here. I be at school, so y'all won't see me much during them times. But like I said, while I'm at home at 4 p.m., anytime after 4 p.m., I'm at home. And, because like I said, Monday through Thursday, I have school. But after Thursday, I'm home for the weekend. Thursday's my last day. So I have to be there tomorrow. But like I said, once I get back tomorrow, we'll talk about more things. But I'm not going to rush anything, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'm going to continue it for 20 more minutes. Well, yeah, 20 more minutes, and then I'm going to end it. But I'll come back. I will come back at some point.
And a bombshell. Or make it the last thing that I talk about. So you all get comfortable. Get ready to drop something about Reggie. What was I saying? I got so much, but I got so much stuff, it don't matter what I say, man, I still don't know.
Yeah.
I can't give you everything because the book, I'm just.
Where's my link? Oh,
But,
there it is.
no drug dealers here. Oh, I was saying that Kat hired all her family to be around Whitney.
And this happens to her.
And then Whitney, this happens to her on their watch. Ain't nothing never happened to Whitney on our watch, the Browns. Never. Never. The only thing that happened that I don't like was, and I had to talk about this anyway. Somebody had several emails with not emails. I saw posts with people that said, isn't she the sister that put the picture out on Whitney? No, that is not me. I'm Leolah. My sister Tessa did that. I'm talking about my, okay? I'm not gonna talk about that right now. But that's not me. No, I would never do anything like that. That's just, okay? Get that right. Okay, so I touched on that. No. No brother Whitney sister, no, not at all. Yeah, and talk about Pat wearing her clothes because somebody was saying she couldn't fit Whitney's clothes, but you don't know Whitney's clothes. Whitney has a lot. Whitney has jewelry. There's a lot of belongings that Whitney has that I'm sure are missing. We got stuff missing. My whole wardrobe.
That
My
was
whole
in
wardrobe.
Bobby and
That
Whitney's
was in
house is
Whitney and
gone.
Bobby's house is gone. When Bobby and Whitney divorced, I went back to that house, and I guess Whitney had Pat as the cleaner, cleaning up the house.
Mm-hmm.
My God, if I had taken pictures, you all, oil paintings of Bobby and Whitney, and Bobby Christina, holes in the face, and expensive stuff. I looked and couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe it. I said, why is Pat throwing away all of Whitney's good stuff? Oh my God. It's just, it's a lot, you all. It's a lot. A lot. Yeah, but I believe I believe that they had plotted on Whitney from a long time ago, a long time ago. That thing, because first of all, Whitney's brother Jerry, they
They
don't
don't
say
share
the
the same
about.
about
But yet he changes his name to Christian from Dollar.
And Whitney, no, Whitney, she never liked that.
Whitney's name, and Whitney never liked that. She didn't. She always told us, don't you ever call her a Houston. She's not related to me. Ask my sister Tina, she'll tell you. Bobby knows. It's Bobby. Bobby knows. When he was going through that in the hospital with Bobby and Christina.
And Pat was telling him to stop spending money on his daughter.
Spending money on his daughter. What's wrong with you? Of course somebody's gonna spend I said, Bobby, don't you listen to her. Spend every dime that you have, every penny, to save your child. Mind your business. But see, the thing was, you all, She wanted Bobby Christina dead. She didn't want Bobby Christina to come home. Yes. The doctors told her Bobby Christina would be fine.
Dr. Jolly sat in a room.
Sat in a room. And they were facing the doctors, Bobby, Pat, Whitney's security, Dr. Jolly, and the doctors. How did Pat Houston get 50-50 custody of my niece fighting her father while she was in hospice? Who did that? Who did that? You don't do that. You don't play with nobody's child like that. What if it was your child? And Dr. Jolly was highly upset because he did some things right there in their face and proved that he could bring Bobby Christina back 100%. He proved it right in front of him. And the doctors were amazed. They was like, wow, well, we're all for it. Bobby was crying. He said, please, let this doctor do for my daughter. Pat Houston stood up and said, no. No. This is the same doctor that she bought herbs from. Well, I don't know if he was the same. I know he's the same doctor that saved her brother when he had heart problems. He was about to have a heart attack, and Dr. Jolly saved him. And they said Pat's mother
Was dying of cancer or something.
And
She got
and
herbs to save her
herbs
mother.
to save her mother. But you won't let
And
Bobby
Bobby Christina take herbs.
fix her brain. Pat Houston, you are a witch. That God, excuse me. God is coming for you, sister. I'm sorry. He has to come for you. You have to be chastised severely for that.
You murdered my niece.
You told those
Why did
doctors.
you do? I'm not saying that she murdered anybody, y'all.
and
But
told
like,
her-
I can't say on here that I can't. We're on YouTube, and this is a very, sensitive platform. So I can't say that she murdered anybody. I can't. But because like I said, I cannot disrespect Pat because I don't want nobody trying to sue me. I'm not saying that anybody will, but like I said, I cannot disrespect her, and I won't. But my main point is, why couldn't she just let Chrissy to have taken the herbs? And she would have been here. She would have still been alive at 30 years old. No telling how beautiful she would have looked. I mean, I'm just saying, she probably would have done so much by now. 8 years later. I mean, I really would love for me and Leola to do the real Whitney Houston movie. I mean, somebody. I mean, we don't have to do another movie. Honestly, I don't even care about that. I'm just saying there's a documentary or something about getting the real truth out about Whitney. But people did so many documentaries. I know Leola's probably tired of all that. I understand. That's why I did the book. Because after I do the book, I'm gonna, y'all won't see me as much because of school, like I said. But after I come back from RCC, I'll be back, but I have to, get my hours and stuff. So y'all know how that is, but it's fine.
There is nothing I can do because you all both have 50-50. Well, why would you take Pat's word over Bobby's if they got 50-50? Why does it have to sway to her side? And she's not even blood. That doesn't make sense. See? Oh, yes, I'm telling it on you. I'm telling it. Because you shouldn't have had 50-50 against my brother anyway. Why was you and Mama Sissy fighting for that? Why? Because you wanted that estate. Come on, let's tell it. You didn't want my niece to get out of that, make it out of hospice, and be over her mother's estate.
Yes, I am concerned about my niece, Bobby Christina. Christy is not safe right now. I want to say to Chrissy that it's very, very, very important that she does not trust anybody at this time, anybody except her father
her grandmother Sissy, and myself. And I mean that.
Calm but intense concern from Bobby Brown's sister Leolah, who was so close to Whitney Houston that she claims they called each other soul sisters. And now Leolah is looking out for her niece.
Right now is the time to just really shut the door.
Both Leolah and her attorney Reginald Mason remain unspecific about who may try to harm Cricket.
There are persons that possibly who would want to take advantage of Bobby Christina's fragile state of mind.
Meanwhile, Leolah says her brother Bobby is not doing well at all, but she says don't blame Bobby for Whitney's demise.
Bobby has nothing at all to do with Whitney's death.
In response to claims that Bobby contributed to Whitney's drug abuse, Leolah says that's not true.
Papa John, Whitney's father, says it best. He loved Bobby dearly. And he said out of his own mouth, her father said out of his mouth.
He was
tired of people talking about his son-in-law. You know, he said Bobby had nothing to do with Whitney doing drugs in the past or whatever. Bobby never had anything to do with that.
While awaiting toxicology results to determine what killed Whitney, Leolah has reached out to the Beverly Hills Police Department to make sure they do a thorough investigation.
I believe
Whitney's
death was not accidental. No.
So then, in Leolah's mind, what killed Whitney?
My attorney has advised me not to get into that at all. But it's very important to know that she did not just pass away like that. No. And if it's the last thing that I do, I'm going to find out what truly happened to my sister.
Have to. I have to.
Journey together as brothers. Johnson, all new episode 7/7 Central on Bounce.
It was the moment that shocked the nation.
It's not over. It has just begun.
It happened at the funeral for Whitney Houston's only daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, affectionately called Chrissy by her family. And this is her aunt, marching right over to reporters. What followed was a verbal tirade that was, in a word, jaw-dropping.
I have information. I have evidence. It's not over. It's not over. I'll be doing interviews and I'll be speaking out.
But that was all she had to say until now. In this Inside Edition exclusive, Leolah Brown, the older sister of Whitney's ex-husband, singer Bobby Brown, is revealing what led to her outburst.
Chrissy was surrounded by people that cared nothing for her. They didn't care about her, just like they didn't care about Whitney.
It was widely reported that Leolah was thrown out of the service after she launched a verbal attack at Pat Houston, Whitney's sister-in-law, who planned the funeral.
There were these reports that Tyler Perry threw you out of the church. Are those reports true? Not at all. What happened?
I got up. And when I saw Pat making her way to the podium to speak, I turned and I looked at Pat and I said, Pat, this is wrong. You know you're wrong for this. Whitney will haunt you from the grave.
What was wrong that was going on that you would say that Whitney would haunt you from the grave?
The whole setup of the funeral was just not right to me. There were, Chrissy has a lot of nephews. None of them were on the program to be the pallbearers, but I walked out a little early because I couldn't sit there no longer.
After the funeral, friends and family members took a party bus to Pat Houston's home outside Atlanta. They chanted Bobby Christina's name when they arrived for what was reportedly a Sweet 16 themed party, something Pat Houston planned because Bobby Christina never had a Sweet 16 of her own.
What did you think of a Sweet 16 themed funeral? Of course, it's bizarre. It's crazy. That is the most, at this time, you want to do a 16, Sweet 16? Doesn't make sense to me. You know, a precious life was taken. And you have a big tour bus, party bus in front of your house?
Everybody okay?
For 5 months, Bobby Christina was on life support. The nation wondered what was going on.
You walk into her hospital room, and what did you see? I looked at Bobby Chris, and she was just lying there. You know, the machine was breathing for her. And she was just lying there, helpless. I walked in there in shock, like, what happened?
Then came published reports that an unidentified family member had taken a photo of Bobby Christina as she lay dying and sold it to a tabloid magazine.
Did you take that photograph? Hell no.
Like the rest of us, Leolah Brown can't get over how Whitney Houston's life came to such an end. Now Whitney's only child is gone too.
At some point, we have to wake up and realize that this thing is just
I'm Michael Kunzelman. I'm a reporter for the Associated Press. I cover the January 6th prosecutions in Washington, D.C. And one of those cases is against Donald Trump, an election fraud case. That's his third indictment now. And the judge assigned to the case, her name is Tanya Chutkin. She's a veteran of the D.C. court system, first as a assistant public defender and now as a judge. She is one of about 24 judges who have been sentencing people involved in the January 6th riot. About 600 people have been sentenced so far, and about a third of them have avoided any sort of jail or prison time. But Judge Chutkin has handed out at least a prison sentence of several days up to several years to every single person that she has sentenced. And she has said that she believes that prison can be a powerful deterrent against the threat of another January 6th happening. So Judge Chutkin's already ruled against Donald Trump before in a case involving January 6th. This is back in 2021, she refused Trump's request to block the release of documents that would be going to the House committee investigating.
Around 2:30 in the afternoon, local time there, they got a call about an active shooter. This person described the active shooter as someone wearing body armor, saying that they were in the Hart building. And so at that time, within seconds, they say 20 officers responded and they immediately started going floor to floor, checking for anyone, perhaps with injuries, any victims or any shooter at all. And at this point, they have found nothing. Still, there is a shelter in place in effect in and around those Senate buildings as this investigation continues. Now, I want to bring in our contributor and former FBI agent, Brad Garrett.
Can't even hear what they're saying, so I don't know.
A man convicted of beating a 6-year-old girl to death. America's plastic makers are investing billions in new technologies in creating plastic products that are more recyclable, durable, and it's the end of an era. Taylor Swift wrapping up the U.S. leg of her Eras tour with a bang. All the tracks are flying. Treating her staff in style, surprising each of the 50 plus truck drivers on her tour with bonus checks for $100,000.
Father was the one that actually presented the checks to our drivers, and he presented handwritten letters from Taylor. It's incredible that they would take that time and what it means to our staff to be recognized.
He says Swift also gave bonus checks to her band members, dancers, and technical crew. People reporting the gifts in total exceeded $55 million. The superstar also extending her generosity to local food banks along her tour. While performing in Northern California last weekend, she made a sizable donation to Second Harvest Food Bank.
Having somebody like Taylor reach out and inspire others with her gift is just such a breath of fresh air.
The force that is Taylor Swift, now roaring into LA for 6 sold-out shows. The city rolling out the red carpet, hoping to eliminate any gridlock by promoting.
Charges have now been filed in the crash that killed actor Treat Williams in Vermont. 35-year-old Ryan Koss is being charged with grossly negligent operation with death. Investigators say that Williams was riding a motorcycle when Koss hit him while turning into a parking lot. Williams suffered critical injuries and died from severe trauma and blood loss. Koss voluntarily met with investigators last night and was later released. His arraignment is set for September 25th.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe.
Grammy winner Lizzo is being sued by 3 of her former dancers for sexual, religious, and racial harassment, as well as creating a hostile work environment. The lawsuit claims Lizzo shamed a dancer for gaining weight before firing them. One of the former dancers spoke to CBS News, saying Lizzo coerced her to touch a nude performer in a strip club in Amsterdam.
This was a corporate office, and she was doing exactly the same thing that she was doing on tour. Immediately, that would be so many HR violations.
Lizzo is known for promoting body positivity through her music and public image. CBS News has reached out to her team, but have yet to receive a response.
Celebrities showing their support for the dancer stabbed to death at a Brooklyn gas station in a possible hate crime. On Instagram, Spike Lee posted this tribute to O'Shea Sibley, and on Beyonce's website, she said, "Rest in power, O'Shea Sibley." The 28-year-old was dancing to a Beyonce song in Midwood Saturday when witnesses say a man yelled homophobic slurs at him and his friends. Police say the argument escalated and Sibley was stabbed to death. No arrests have been made yet.
Have you checked your tires? eBay Motors has millions of new tires available.
Grammy winner Lizzo is facing some legal problems. 3 of her former dancers have filed a joint lawsuit accusing the singer of sexual, religious, and racial harassment, as well as creating a hostile work environment. The civil case filed Tuesday claims Lizzo also engaged in body shaming of at least one dancer, insisting Lizzo only seemed interested in finding. And Cardi B's
She's still doing that, even after that happened with the microphone thing. She's still doing it. I'm not Lizzo, but Cardi B. That's how people like. They love that attention. Like once you get it, it's like, I'm not saying it's a drug, but it's kind of like it. I mean, people just they gravitate towards that attention. Some people.
Were these demands or suggestions made by Lizzo, as you say? Were they direct, where they said, I really want you to do it? Or was it more, I'm afraid if I don't, I might get fired?
Yeah, I think for both of us, there was like this always looming feeling of thinking that if you didn't do something or you didn't adhere to certain suggestions or demands that your job could be in jeopardy. I mean, there have been specific instances, for example, whenever we were in contact with our agents and we were trying to negotiate receiving a retainer while we were working with the team, things kind of started being more tense in the work environment, more hostile. So right off the bat, we kind of already felt like,
Okay, guys, I love y'all so much. Thanks for watching today's YouTube live stream. Like I said, I will be back, y'all. I will return. I just want y'all to watch the full video, full 2-hour reading, y'all. I didn't mean it for it to be this long because y'all know I don't really like doing too long because I did a bunch of long live streams. So right now, I'm going to keep them within an hour. Within an hour. So yeah, for right now, because like I said, I got school one more day tomorrow, and after that, I'll be home with y'all and I'll be able to do more videos and stuff like that. But it's all good, y'all. Have a wonderful and blessed day. See y'all later on. To all my 7,771 YouTube viewers and fans. Thank you guys so, so much. And I always appreciate you guys and those that have subscribed and have supported me. Like I said, all you have to do is subscribe and you're automatically a channel member. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Like I said, I'll be back, later on. I want you guys to watch the full YouTube video so you can get a full understanding of my book, My Sister's Keeper. Bye, guys. And to Miss Leolah Brown, much love and peace, girl. And like I said, I hope you love the book. And I am going to be reaching out to you over Instagram soon to hear your thoughts on the book. And if you want me to add anything else to the book. But I love you. And thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one. I'll be back in a little while. Bye. Bye, y'all. Bye.